Hey guys, this is Ashton here, your anime enthusiast for nerdswag.com, and I wanted to bring you guys a video. I know I'm a little late on this whole 2015 thing, but I wanted to bring you guys my state of anime and manga coming into 2015. Now, I've been reading and watching anime for a good portion of my whole life, probably around like 17 years, and I would say that overall the state of anime and manga isn't as high as it used to be, but it still is a growing phenomenon, and it still is pretty big worldwide. Now, it may seem that way to me just because I'm older and I'm not around a whole bunch of young kids anymore who are into it, but from my perspective, from what I see, it's not as exciting as it used to be. Back in the day when like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z came out and Digimon and all that kind of stuff, it was new and it was fresh, so it was really exciting and something that was blossoming really well. And I feel like it's starting to slow down, but it's still there and there's still good content coming out. So that's just my 2 cents overall on how anime and manga is right now in 2015. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into some categories, some pretty vague categories of how I think 2015 is going to go and how I think some of the anime and manga are going to pan out when it comes to popularity and what I think will be the best ones of 2015 and what are my favorites. So in 2015, I think the up-and-comers, that's the category up-and-comers. I think the up-and-comers will be Magi, which is already up and coming, but I think that's really going to be a big one since Naruto's out of the mix. Magi, One Punch Man, which is my favorite manga right now, by far. There's no comparison. I really think that One Punch Man should take the slot of Naruto, but it won't. It's a web series comic that is kind of a shonen jump. It's a shonen jump, but not really a shonen jump. It comes out bi-weekly, pretty much. Sometimes it's only once a month. The original creator comes out with one, I believe it's once or twice a month, and then the remake that I did a review on, you can go and check that out on our channel. The remake comes out bi-weekly also, and it's a little bit behind. I suggest you guys go and read the remake, because the remake has really good art, and it's just like fine-tuned. So One Punch Man is one of them, and Assassination Classroom, which I told you guys I was going to start reviewing, but it's pretty much the same thing almost every chapter, so I got pretty bored with it. But I could see that one coming pretty popular, especially with the anime just launching a couple months ago. It's definitely one you guys should go and check out. I would suggest you go and check out the anime and not the manga, because the manga gets pretty repetitive. So those are my up-and-comers for 2015. Next, I want to go over the highlights of 2014, just to kind of reminisce on the things that happened last year. So starting off, the ending of Naruto was actually probably the biggest thing that happened in 2014. That was probably second to One Piece and the most popular series in the world. And it came to a pretty, I wouldn't say abrupt end, but it ended pretty fast. There's still more stuff coming out right now in the Americas. The new movie is hitting theaters, which I think I might go see. I'm not sure yet. I might just wait for it to come out on online and just watch it at home. But also there's other story arcs coming out that are actual books, not mangas, so it's just words, you know, no pictures, of Kakashi. The Kakashi one just came out. It's not translated yet, but there's, I believe, like 3 other characters that it's going to come out for. And I'm sure they've already announced that Boruto, Naruto's son, is going to be getting his own movie, and probably his own little series after Naruto. It's probably not going to last that long. It'll probably last like a few volumes, and that's about it. I mean, there's not really much they can write about. The world is like in peace right now after they've defeated Kaguya. So, I mean, how much can you write about? And there's probably going to be some more stuff. Naruto's probably going to take the same direction as Dragon Ball Z is right now, and eventually come out with more movies or more little arcs by the creator, Akira Toriyama, or not Akira Toriyama, sorry. But yeah, it should be really good. The future of Naruto, since it's still pretty popular. Next on my highlights is I put the last arc of Bleach, which is, it started in 2014 and still running till now. I would really like that when this arc is done, that they actually reintroduce the anime and just do like a 26 episode anime of the last arc. If they really advertised it, I believe they could definitely do something good with it, and it would definitely sell since it's been away for so long. I know the popularity dropped in Bleach quite a bit because, let's face it, Bleach got pretty bad. The manga wasn't what it used to be from when it first started off. But this last arc is actually pretty good. We're not seeing a lot of Ichigo, but Ichigo is just jumping into the manga. So if you guys have not been following Bleach and jumped out of it, I would suggest you jump back into it now because it's actually getting good. We're getting some revelations about Ichigo's past, his mother, his father, his bloodline, all that kind of stuff. So you're finding out a lot about Ichigo. A lot of stuff we've already assumed is coming to fruition. So I would suggest you guys to go check that out. Next is Dragon Ball Kai. We all know about Dragon Ball Kai. It's pretty much Dragon Ball Z, just remastered for its anniversary. But now it's in a Buu saga, and it's following more of the manga, so we're learning more about things that were mistranslated or misconstrued in the actual dub. I've been watching it a lot, and I've been finding little tidbits here and there that Funimation definitely made different coming into America than what the actual creator intended it to be. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, finding little tidbits here and there that you thought were this, but they're actually something else, go check out Dragon Ball Kai and you'll find a lot of those things. Obviously, another highlight was Attack on Titan. Became pretty big last summer. And like I've reported before, the new season 2, is not coming out till, I believe, 2016, they said. I believe 2016 was the date. So it'll probably be summer of 2016. So a lot of waiting we'll have to be doing, but the manga is still running, which is, it's really hard to get into the manga since it's only once a month. I really wish it was bi-weekly, at least bi-weekly, because I feel like I'm falling out of touch with Attack on Titan, and I'm forgetting a lot of things that are happening over the course of the month when I'm going and reading things like One Punch Man and Bleach and other things that are coming out like Magi, which comes out once a week. It's like that just gets left in the dust. I briefly remember, to go back and read them, but it's just you get almost like you get lost because you're like, what happened last month? I guess the best thing to do would be to wait until season 2 comes out, but that's not going to be for a while. And season 1 was going to be so far in hindsight that you're going to forget what happened in season 1. You're going to have to go back and watch season 1. So I really think they should do a better job of getting the information out quicker and sooner and make it a bi-weekly manga instead of once a month. And then they can definitely put out the anime a lot sooner too, because they won't be catching up to what the manga is doing. So hopefully they change that. They probably won't, but definitely look out for Attack on Titan in 2015. Another highlight is Space Dandy was on Toonami. And Space Dandy was actually a really big breath of fresh air for me. Really creative. It's by the same director of Cowboy Bebop, and you could totally tell because it's a space Voyager type thing. But it's just a lot more vibrant and updated to the new school anime style. So it's a lot brighter, a lot more colorful, and a lot more funny and kid oriented. Even though it's not really kid oriented because they talk about boobs. They talk about ass, so it's not really kid-oriented. That's probably why they played it on Toonami. But it's really good. If you guys like any kind of anime, I suggest you go check out Space Dandy. It's on Hulu, I believe, and I've watched all of them on Hulu. It's really good, really refreshing. If you have not been in anime, or if you think anime has fallen off, go check out Space Dandy. Space Dandy is really good. And the last thing that I put for the highlights of 2014 is, I believe this was in 2014, might have been in the late 2013, but I put the return of Toonami, because Toonami is such a big outlet for anime, and they got rid of it for a long period of time, then they brought it back, and now they're even downsizing it again. They're cutting the block in half. But I definitely checked it out for the first time in years, just about, I think, 2 weeks ago, and it was really nice just to be able to sit down and watch anime for like 3 hours of different stuff that I haven't seen, stuff that I have been watching for years on years, like Inuyasha, and I know they took off Cowboy Bebop, which is a bummer, but I mean, that's been playing since forever, and they really don't need to play that anymore. I'm sure everybody who's watched Toonami has seen every episode of Cowboy Bebop. They're playing Dragon Ball Kai on there. They're playing some newer stuff. They just started playing Kill la Kill, which is awesome. Kill la Kill is one of probably the best anime that came out in 2013. So they're definitely stepping up their game in order to keep their blog going of Toonami, which I'm pretty happy about. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Toonami, go check out Toonami. It's really fun to watch. You guys might not like the commercials since it's television. I know a lot of people don't watch television anymore. I usually go on Netflix or Hulu or just go on the internet and look up shows and watch them on there. But Toonami is definitely the OG of anime in the Americas. So you got to pay its respect. And yeah, that's it for my highlights of 2014. Now for my manga predictions of 2015. This is the last category I'm doing. So my first one is best manga of 2015. What I think will be the best manga of 2015. And I am going with One Punch Man. Now, One Punch Man, like, it's probably the most underrated manga out there. I would say it should be the most popular manga. And the only reason why it probably isn't is because it's bi-weekly. Usually the most popular ones are weekly mangas that are keeping people, you know, coming back for more. These ones you have to keep coming, like, and checking and see if it's uploaded yet. Hopefully they'll do an anime adaptation of this, because I think that would be really successful. And I think this manga should be more successful, and I think it will be a lot more successful in 2015 because the word will get out. And the word is already getting out. A lot more people are following One Punch Man now. But I really think that this is going to blossom to be something really big, especially if there's an animated version of it. Now, my next category for my predictions for 2015, which is my last category, is I think, or actually the category is most popular manga, and I really think the most popular manga is going to be Magi. With Naruto phasing out, being gone now, I really feel like there's a weekly manga that's going to step in and take its place, and I really think it's going to be Magi. Magi is a really great story, has a lot of great action, has a lot of plot twists, and every week it's something different that makes you want to come back. They have a lot of cliffhangers that make you come back and keep reading, you know. So it's a really in-depth story, a lot of storytelling, a lot of depth to the story. So I really think Magi is going to be the next big thing. And I would say it'd be One Punch Man, but One Punch Man's bi-weekly, like I said. Magi is weekly, so I think Magi is going to take that slot and be the next big. It'll probably take over in the big three, actually. The big three, if you didn't know, was One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, and they've kind of fallen off. One Piece is always still up there, and I think it could be One Piece, Magi, and One Punch Man to be the big three this year. Of course, there's other things out there that are pretty big still, like Fairy Tail. I don't even follow that, and other things. But in my opinion, I think those should be the big three. And that's pretty much it for what I have for 2015. I know I didn't upload a manga roundup for January, but that's because I'm moving on to my new place right now. I got a new apartment. So what I'll do is I'll probably do one for January and February. Then I'll do one for March, and then I'm going to start doing them quarterly because there's really not a lot to go over in just a month, especially with Attack on Titan only having one manga come out a month, One Punch Man only having 2 mangas come out a month. It makes it really hard to go in depth and talk about the manga and how I feel it's progressing and the pace and all that stuff. So it's going to probably become quarterly. But that's why, if you guys have been wondering where I'm at, that's why I haven't been uploading anything, because I've been moving, been job searching. I have a job, but I'm in the process of getting a new one. So I've been a pretty busy guy. So that's pretty much it for today. If you guys like this video, make sure to like it. If you guys have any comments or suggestions or what you think about this video or your opinions on the best manga or anything 2014 or 2015 related, make sure to comment in the comment section down below. Subscribe to Nerd Swag, you guys, and go get these t-shirts. I'll have a link in the description for the Nerd Swag t-shirts. And until next time, you guys, peace.